Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a technique called deliberate prompting. Honestly, it's a super simple but incredibly powerful way to get much better answers from AI. So let's jump right in.
You know the feeling, right? You type out this really detailed question, hit enter, and the AI comes back almost instantly, but it's totally missed the point. It's fast, yeah, but it's also really frustrating. This happens because the AI just rushes to an answer without actually thinking about what you asked.
Well, the solution is, believe it or not, pretty simple. We just need to make it slow down. See, these language models, they generate text one word at a time, sequentially. So without a clear plan, they can easily just wander off track. The trick is to build in a think first, answer second pattern, guiding the AI to form a solid plan before it even starts writing the final response.
And this whole approach has a name: deliberate prompting. It's all about getting the AI to take these little intermediate thinking steps. We're going to see how just asking it to summarize, or list its assumptions, or make an outline leads to answers that are dramatically clearer and way more accurate. So what is it exactly? Well, deliberate prompting is basically any technique where you tell the model to do some kind of analysis or planning before it spits out the final answer. And the key word here, the most important word, is before. It's all about building in a moment of reflection for the AI. Now, this isn't just one single rigid instruction. Think of it more like a family of related techniques. You've got step-back prompting, which asks the AI to look at the big picture first, or rephrase and respond, where it repeats the question back to you. You know, it's kind of like a good student who paraphrases the professor's question just to make sure they've got it right before they start the exam. Okay, so when do you actually use this? Look, don't bother for simple stuff like, what's the capital of France? Save this for the heavy lifting. You know, planning a project, designing a system, or tackling any kind of complicated multi-part question where one little misunderstanding could throw the whole thing off. This is for the times when accuracy is absolutely crucial.
So how do we actually do it? Let's break it down into a really simple 4-step framework that you can use for pretty much any complex prompt. Okay, here's the game plan. It's super straightforward. First, you're going to ask the model to restate your request in its own words. Second, have it identify any key factors or assumptions it's making. Third, get it to create an outline or a plan for its answer. And only then, as the very last step, do you tell it to give you the final answer, making sure it follows the plan it just laid out.
Theory is great and all, but let's get our hands dirty and see what this actually looks like with some real, ready-to-use examples. Here is a fantastic all-purpose prompt. You can just copy and paste this. By forcing it to restate, list assumptions, and outline, you're making it show its work before it starts. This is just perfect for those complex requests where you absolutely have to be sure the AI is on the right track from the get-go. Now, this one is really good for strategy or design questions. That phrase, step back, is key. It encourages big picture thinking. It makes sure the solution you get is actually addressing the root cause of the problem, not just, slapping a Band-Aid on the symptoms. And hey, learning this stuff doesn't have to be so serious. You can actually make this whole analyze before you answer pattern a lot more memorable and even a little bit playful. Seriously, try this one out. By giving it the persona of a detective, you're naturally guiding it through those deliberate steps. It restates the mystery, it lists the clues and explanations, that's its analysis and outline, and only then does it present its best theory. It's just a really fun way to remember the whole structure.
All right, now this technique is powerful, for sure, but it's not foolproof. There are a few common pitfalls people fall into, so let's quickly run through them so you can get this right from the very beginning.
Okay, first big mistake, letting the AI just blend its thinking and the final answer into one giant wall of text. Don't do that. Tell it to use clear headings. Second, don't skip the analysis just because it feels a little slow. I promise you, that little bit of time up front will save you so much time correcting things later. Third, and this one's huge, if the AI restates your question and gets it wrong, stop. Correct it right there before it goes any further. And finally, don't overuse this. Keep it in your back pocket for the tasks where depth and clarity really matter. All right, so you've seen the what, the why, and the how. Now it's time to actually make this skill your own. Let's talk about how you can start practicing this, like right now.
Here are 2 super simple things to try. Next time you have a complex task, maybe for work or a school project, just use one of the prompts we talked about that forces it to restate an outline first. Or, even easier, take a prompt you already use all the time and just wrap it with a simple instruction to rephrase and respond.
Then just compare the new answer to what you used to get. I think you'll be surprised.
So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. By intentionally slowing the AI down, by making it think before it answers, you get a real partner in problem solving, not just some fast but flaky answer machine. This whole deliberate process, it just leads to better reasoning and ultimately way more accurate and useful results.
And that's it for this explainer. So I'll leave you with one final thought to take with you. What complex problem, what big idea, or what challenging project are you going to solve next by making your AI stop, slow down, and think first?